Konnichiwa. Happy Monday. Unstable creature here, ready to get off this wrestler like no other. Hope everybody enjoyed the game, the win, and as well as all of the commodity that surrounded yesterday. Did everybody get their stuff up? Not for real. Well, anyways, hopefully y'all got your weight up. Like I always say, very important to know what you're talking about. Knowledge is key, especially when it comes to these situations here. Okay, now coming off the line, of course, is week 9, and this is the presser, and it has Gruden, Max Crosby, Josh Jacob, Devontae Booker, Isaiah Johnson, and of course Carr. So within this lineup, of course, they always start off with Gruden, so I'm going to give it to Gruden. So, and again, it's good to see him in better spirits, and him just, enjoying and just reap the rewards, I can say. It's been a hard journey, and you know what? We all should be able to enjoy, something out of it, right? So again, he's very proud of the work and the adversities that his team and just everything is overcoming. He's glad that um, everything is, I guess, hidden in a good place. Of course, it's always the questions as far as I want to say, and I'm gonna take this and go ahead and put it in my own words because they did ask him about the throw that Carr fumbled, and he said that was his, call. Aguilar was open, and if that could have been executed, that's great, but it wasn't. But again, I be feeling like, a lot of times when this type of stuff happens, that he go ahead and take the blame in the fall because I ain't even gonna lie, he has a Carr has had a rough time. I even get on him, especially when he first came in, because if you look and he got all his exercise, all his practice, all of that, all within those few years. So to be able to go ahead and put all of that into play now, that's good. But let's not overlook or, like I said, I don't like it when you pull the wool over people's eyes. I mean, if we still see this here, we shouldn't see lies coming out your mouth. So, so like I said, and I guess by him liking him so much, he stepped up for him more. So he's like taking the backlash and just saying that's his fault and stuff like that. He don't regret the call. He just regret the result of everything. And let me see what else. He's very proud. I can't stand when I do that because I already be having these notes down. I write these notes and I still can't get it. So, and even with the presser, everybody wasn't too long up on there. So I guess I'm just going to have to move on. Next on the line is actually Josh Jacob. Josh Jacobs always a puzzle to me because he wants to do it for the team. And that's all good. He want to do it for the team, and that's what we need. But most likely, he do have his, individual stats, and sometimes those individual stats really step in the way of a lot of other things. Not saying that it can become a problem in certain ways and in certain situations. Like this here, I'm gonna lay this on the line. Or you know what, I'll just save that for the next video. Okay, Josh Jacob, he got up and he started to just talk about, just eliminating some of the, plays where they allow certain things to get past, starting to closing that gap and restructured. He didn't say anything, like he wasn't, like he liked that they won, but he's not satisfied. So bringing that all in, and like I said, everybody was on this presser for a quick little time. Who I really been waiting to get around to is actually Max Crosby. Max Crosby, plus. I feel like he always a plus in my book ever since I've seen him on the presser, and it was during preseason, and they were just talking about, just how much they're exercising and how much when he was first, I do believe when he was first put on the COVID list, just how much exercise and what he was just proving to them, what he had, what he knew, what he was bringing now to the table. You know what I mean? And just sending in all that footage of him exercising, regardless if he was on a COVID list or not, he still, got off all his little shots, which was good because, like I said, he is so energetic. And then watching him in the presser, he just come in and he just I feel like it, like around this time, like he's my little ginger nigga. Kind of got the swag and attitude, but that's not near here nor there. But I do like it that he does, he don't let too much get past him. And then on top of that, everything that you've seen, everything that he said that he was going to do and bring, he has brought in. And he does not, sometimes he surprised me even more so of what he already does. So it's like he's there and he's in it to win it, and he always have that momentum and that energy to just keep on moving forward. So that's like, man, when I see him, and even though when he sat down at the presser yesterday, it was just like, look at him, he just always in that good mood. He just know that he's doing it. He know that, you know what I mean, he is a major factor in the team. He knows that his name is needed there. So that's great. And on top of that, I love his hat. Of course, it says it's an LV hat, but it's like the LA hat with the, the A flipped upside down. So I thought that was cute. That whole little thing right there. Okay, and then next on the list, yeah, Z-Max is a plus. Just always bring that energy. Which also I did. I didn't do the video, but it was a presser, and it was of Aguilar. You know what I mean? When I did that press, and I was like, he is done with the talk. He's done. He just ready to put all his energy on the field to show y'all, like, this ain't the same team. Like, this don't, fuck all the fuckery. Listen to me, like, and he had a smile on his face. It was like he just ready to show y'all what he got. And I feel like everybody that I spoke on in that manner is killing it in every way on the field, in every manner on the field. So it's like, oh my God, it's good to see. Like, I have an eye for this stuff. And even if I didn't like a person, I give props where props is due. So it's like, I don't know what it feel like to really hate. Really hate. I don't know what it feel like to hate. So that's just what it is. So like I said, Max Crosby always have that energy, always have that momentum. That's a guy that should always be, to be there. That's a guy that should be there for the long haul. However, he did speak up on, I guess who was the little, did I write his name down? Oh, Herbert, I guess the quarterback from the last team, and how young he is, first year or whatever, being able to see him and how good it is. Fuck that one. Moving on, because like I said, everybody was short. So, and at the bottom, in the description below, I'm always going to have to, put the link so you get exactly what I'm taking from. You probably not get the same intake that I do, but, you see exactly what I'm taking from. So, next on the list, it came to Derek Carr. Derek Carr, like to come in with his hands, and that's what he did. He came in finger dancing. So, and then he spoke up on his experience on the field. Like I said, he had his time to get it out there. We had him for a minute. So yeah, although sometimes I don't like the way he do give that little speech on like what he said, Gunther, you just gotta take it. And I'm just looking like, you know what, this is like I want to say, like, no other year, you ain't have to feel it like this. We up in, people are up in Gunther's ass. So, it just looks different. But I'm like him, the way he give advice, yeah, it could be good, but your advice your trout kind of lingered. You know what I mean? And then they're getting the backlash off of the lingering feeling that everybody has had for years with you and this everything surrounding as far as like the team and how the team interact with you. We had to switch around a couple players, do all of that, so it came about with the new players and you're not finding your footing and all this other stuff. So now that you find your footing, it kind of throws the switch and the blame. Because like I said, I listened to the presser. The only person they hit with that fumble question was Gruden. Now I be seeing like little stuff that I be seeing Carr do on the field. Don't nobody actually attack him, or don't nobody actually speak up on that. At the presser, he tends to kind of move in and roll over it. Like when he move in, mention it, and keep on going, and that's fine. That's a good way to just mention it and breeze on through, or mention it, keep on going. But I feel like everybody been trying to like really going easy on him, and we like I noticed everybody has been really correcting all the wrong or all the little mishap that they have on the field, and I think that's very important. That's the way. That's more. That's like part of your momentum, part of that strive that you have to keep on moving forward. So that's what I was thinking, like with all of that, and then for him to have something like that, it kind of put the pressure on everybody else. So now everybody else is going to have to make up for that major fumble that happened, and again, they might feel like you're on top of your game, but we still have this, and I think you should take heed to that more than just trying to be like, shit happens. I mean, shit, we spent years with your ass shit happening, so that's just something to look at. Oh, and I forgot to mention, which I thought was like kind of like just cute, him giving Max Crosby, jumping back to Max Crosby, but Max Crosby giving his shout out to King Von. You know, we're all human, and everybody have their connections, they love, and all of this stuff with different people. So it's always good. And since I had to jump over that, okay, I forgot he's Carr was loving something. Hopefully it's I think it was the connection with all the players and stuff like that. But I'm okay. I'm off of Carr. On to the next. So next to take this hand, of course, who they all been waiting. Okay. Yeah. Before I make this jump with the next presser, or the next person to come in on the presser, I was making a point with Derek Carr, because I said, it's his first year and all this other stuff like that. I'm a little mad that he sat there and was like, you guys give all the love, you don't give the support that, Johnson needs, for what he did. And I was just looking like, just get your ass off the stand, because before your ass even sat there, everybody was already like, okay, we finally get to see what he do. We finally see exactly what he do. And this is the main thing about what I say. It takes them to put these people in the game. Yeah, and of course we got a couple people hurt that everybody have to step up in different ways, but look at that. I mean, come on now. He's sitting on the team. He's very skilled. He's very all of these things. And it's just like, now we have to experience it now. Like I said, we got so many skilled people. We should always just keep it rotating. Okay? Keep it rotated. Now, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and move on to, of course, the man of the day, the man of the hour, the man of the last second stopping, ending dreams, deadening, Isaiah Johnson. So I thought it was great. And just the whole combination. I forgot this is a presser. Okay, just the whole combination. He spoke up on recognizing what corrections and how can he deal with the matchup, because like he said when it came to he got the other guy got the first fade on him, so it was just up for him to really kick it into the next gear. And you know what I'm always saying about the momentum, come on now, so many examples being exercised in that type of fashion, and you have to keep that going. And when you think about it, the picture don't be just for them, because look, we be having to go and look for these players. They on the roster, but we have to go and look for them after somebody else is out or hurt or damaged, or stuff like that. So you need to rotate, and he just wanted to make sure that, you know what I mean, so humbly. You know what I mean? Didn't want to make anything about him, especially with this game coming up and just trying to push forward. And him throwing his all into that game to help get that win on top of him already dealing with a loss and other stuff. You know what I mean? So that's a plus. But like I said, it kind of irritated me that Carr was like, "Y'all go give him his props." It's like, Carr, did you? It's y'all give him his props. We're giving him his props. We've been waiting to see his skills. We see the people on the roster. We know who you have. We're waiting to see these skills. You guys are just recognizing and just realizing the skills that you have when y'all put them in the field and when they're thrust into these situations because y'all already have the men that y'all like and that y'all need. Fine and dandy, but at the same time, I mean, come on now. You wouldn't have got around to him if, a couple other people hadn't had their mishaps or whatever the case may be. But let's be fair and let's be smart. The man was humble. He said he didn't even want to, bring up these. You brought up that, but we was already recognizing and realizing when is he gonna get his skills out there? When is he gonna do this? When is we see him on the roster? I see he active on the goddamn roster. Everybody that I wrote down from however many, it was like 80, maybe 90 men, and every man that's still on the roster has a red line in between and lets me know that these are the ones that's active and moving forward. Anybody that switched out, I will change them to a green or a blue. So it's like, I have all of this stuff. It's all marked down. Like, all the videos, all the press, all the games. I watch them. I always take my note. When I watch the game, I watch and take notes. So it's like, that stuff is crazy. So he's somebody that we was already being watched. We was already watching for. I think you and the team need to start watching for stuff that you already have. Come on now. We shouldn't be telling you what's in your pocket when it's your pockets. Okay? Now, R.I.P. to his good friend D. Smith. I forgot the first name, but my apologies. But D. Smith, R.I.P. And with that being said, yeah, I guess, and you can see when he stepped in on the, it was like, this is my first time doing this. I never did it before. What you say? It's just that humbling feeling of him and just, him doing just like, being any other person. It just remind me of just the people that I come across on my everyday, day-to-day life. Breath of fresh air. Yeah. So it was like, okay, that was good. So kudos to him, blessings to him. Shit. Y'all should have been moved out the way so that he can get up and speak or be able to do this shit. Why this man saying it's his first time on this presser? Come on now, we should have been spoke to his ass. We need to make more rounds. And of course, I'ma say this because I got this question, even though Carr, I think he kind of answered it, but he didn't, because Arden Keys came up missing out the blue. I check transactions, so I'm trying to look for names or whatever with people's situations, but I didn't see anything with Arden Keys. So, and then when I look in the game, since prior to this season starting, when I thought that he was gonna get traded, or people blowing smoke up his ass, how the fans and other people with their own platforms tend to say stuff that get a lot of people riled up. That's why I be looking like, how do so many people, without diving into the facts themselves, without looking into certain stuff, that you guys would say this stuff, or like the whole thing with Trent, the whole thing with Arden, the whole things with Pharrell. If y'all watch what's his name? Because I got in his ass a couple times. I even made a video about him because he don't know the facts. But you're sitting under umbrella of us, Mitch Rents. You're sitting under umbrella of us, but you don't know shit about us. And the more and more you try to learn, it's still like you still distance yourself by not really knowing. Raiders is not his first team. Raider became his team as he started working with the Raiders, and he's still, to me, not sold the way he speak up on the team or the way he speak about how things are done. So that just brings up red flags to me, because I speak up on things and speak up on the business, but just like business and you working with somebody, you're gonna have to keep on pushing forward, whether it's a good idea or not. Or in some, he throw people under the bus. He do a lot of stuff that I just be looking like, how do we get this passed? And how is this a man actually having a big fan base like he has, and he is literally his 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 reigning of being a fan is literally younger than my youngest son. So that right there, I'm looking like, okay. And then he act like, and you way closer to the business than I am, as far as like the team and all of that. And you walking and talking with Carr, but yet so much bullshit come out your mouth. Like you went in on Trent, not even knowing his situation. You didn't even know like whether immediately if it was a health scare or not. But you had the crowd so worked up to be like, yeah, let's just toss him out. Yeah, you did Arden like that. Who else? You threw a couple people under the bus that just irritate me, and then so many people would gravitate to that because they follow you and they get their news from you, but they're not going on their own and venturing out and looking for this news. You know what I mean? So that's what, it's just sad. I don't put all that in the presser. Okay, I'm gonna wrap that up. Now, of course, last but not least, on this presser, they did end it out with Booker, which when I make my second video, I'm going to get into that because I think Booker is a lot like and remind me of, someone else. So, Booker comes in and he, speak about his mood swings as far as, or I could say everybody spoke about their mood swings in this presser as far as like when it came down to that last second thing. How was your mood as far as like swing going up and down, seeing that they celebrated, seeing that the Chargers, dead batteries, celebrated, prior to us celebrating and actually knowing what was up. So, spoke up on that. I guess just staying ready and being thrust and being ready for the game and having that type of mind mentality comes with the territory. And thank God for his blockers. Of course, they gonna act like they live for Josh Jacobs, but of course they made it happen for Booker. Congratulations. And who was that? Rodney Hudson, and because I know it's 61 and 66. Numbers could change because I was looking at Booker number, and I have Booker in when he was first put on, when he came onto the team as 46. But then what, I can go back. I could probably, I'm messing it, but he's 23 now. So okay, Gabe Jackson. I'm sorry. How can I forget that? Okay, whatever. With that being said, of course, he appreciates his blocker. I appreciate my blockers. My blockers. I appreciate his blockers. For without them, they wouldn't have made such a good way for him to make that touchdown. And I can't leave this for the next video. I'm going to go ahead and put this on this video because sometimes it do kind of worries me because prior to us grabbing Booker, prior to us getting what's his name, Devontae. Let me just go back on this real fast. Prior to us getting a couple people, so many notes. Oh my God, no, I did not. Got that win. Okay. Lynn Bowden Jr. He's down, that's 33. 33 was also Washington number. Now, the same way Booker is getting down is the same way Washington getting down. In the same way they made a hole for him this time, they made a hole for Washington in that same exact manner. What happened next? They come up missing. After that, not that they come up missing, but it's like they don't score anymore. This is not only the second or third time that I have witnessed Jonathan Jacob, taking the field and just doing what he want or just taking over. It's like if we all on the field, you should not have a problem with your man's eating too. Like, come on now. Now you done seen that this man done ate and they like, ooh, did a good job, gave him a treat after that, and I'm talking about a touchdown. Now this nigga come back out, you don't see nobody else. I mean, it's not like that. I'm not trying to put it like that, but it's like, come on now. How many times I gotta watch this? It's like we accumulating all this good skills for a reason, to put it to use, not to hold on to it, or not for somebody else to feel like, oh, you want my spot flash? If anybody should be feeling like that, Richard should feel like that, because I feel like Richard still puts up all the numbers, or could put up all the numbers, depending on how much gameplay I give him. Just like that. You see him, I say every time you fucking let this man out, it's like letting up a fucking gate on the fucking race. All he do is go, yeah. Fucking retarded. But it's true. Like, we see the beast that we have on our squad, and it's like, come on now. The reason why this is brand new to you, because you don't utilize your own skills. Why are we telling you about the skills? You got this. Y'all put this squad together. How you not know how to utilize it and utilize it well? Probably stepped over a couple toes, but you know what? I am so done with this presser. I am so glad that I got everything out the way, because if I don't do these things and I don't do the videos like I'm supposed to, I'm telling you, my mind be so cluttered, and everybody in my house will hate me because I get to talking and spewing just anything out at them. And I got mostly kids around here. So with that being said, I'm about to go ahead and wrap it up. Yes, I am going to go ahead and do my intake of this, the nice game that we had yesterday. Of course, I have more to say. Have a blessed one. Until our next appointed time.